Do you want a healthcare crisis or a housing crisis? Let me know down below in the comments because that seems to be the only choice in my hometown of Surrey, BC. The BC NDP has taken the brunt of my criticism here on the channel lately as a result of their ridiculous changes to real estate legislation. But I can't spend all of my time on one political party screwing up the system, because the last time the BC Liberal Party was in power, well, they did much of the same screwing up just as an effort to try and stay in power, which failed. So in an effort to be fair in my criticisms of political parties, in today's video, I'm going to explain to my fellow citizens of Surrey why they might want to vote the NDP back into power during the next election, even after they're really stupid and very recent moves. And of course, if you would like to stay up to date here on my local market of Surrey and the Fraser Valley, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if you wouldn't mind, please go ahead and click the like button because today's topic is a pretty serious one. And you clicking the like button is the best way to help me get this information out to other people here living in Surrey, and then they can better understand which one they would rather have. A healthcare crisis or a housing crisis. And why do I say that? Well, it's because the new Liberal leader, Kevin Falcon, whose first move was to change the name of his party, because simply doing that will obviously undo all the wrongs that the party has done last time they were in power. Well, Kevin wants to, again, cancel another hospital project in Surrey. And to show you what I'm talking about, let me go back to almost 1 year ago to this particular article put out by the BC NDP. Now, with a grain of salt, this is on the NDP's website, and there has been many updates to it over time, but I'm going to go back to the one from February 8th of last year. And it says Kevin Falcon would halt second Surrey hospital and move it out of Cloverdale. Mainly saying that, this is in quotes, I think the challenge, even frankly, with the NDP wanting to put one in Cloverdale is that it's not a great location. I would want to take a hard look at where it's located. So if you are unfamiliar with where this new hospital is going to be, it is to be located in Cloverdale, just near the Kwantlen Polytechnic University, which in my opinion is an absolutely fantastic site because, well, over the last few years, the last 20 years, Clayton and Langley have exploded. Cloverdale, maybe not so much, but as you head south into Grandview, this location puts it smack in the middle, radius-wise, of all of the recent new developments of housing, of which, well, this is where the people in Surrey now live. Now, Kevin's argument against it is, well, there's not enough transit there. Well, guess what, guys? There hasn't been enough transit in Surrey forever. I don't know why you're shocked by that. We all have to use our cars. But his plan would be to take that hospital site and, I guess, sell it off again, more on that in a second, and move the hospital north, leaving all of the people in South Surrey and I guess in Cloverdale left out in the cold. And yes, Surrey Memorial Hospital, just so everybody understands, is already in the north part of Surrey and well serviced by things like SkyTrain. But there's one more thing I want to point out here, and that is, well, this is nothing new to Kevin Falcon because he was finance minister at one point, and he had already sold off a site previously when the Liberals were in power, including a parcel that was on the corner of Highway 10 and 152nd Street, which, again, in my opinion, probably would have been an absolutely amazing spot for a hospital for the people of Surrey. And that leads me wondering if Kevin Falcon has ever even been to Surrey because, well, if you live there, you understand that the majority of development being done for the people that live in Surrey, not the investors, not the high-rises, not all that stuff up in Whalley, the owners of the homes and the people that have deep roots in Surrey, they don't live in the north end of town nearly as much as they do in the south end of town. So a location in Cloverdale would be a really, really good spot. And don't forget that, yeah, there is a hospital in Langley, but a lot of the surgeries that need done get moved to Surrey Memorial Hospital anyway. So why not build something a little bit closer to Langley and on a north-south scale, a whole lot further south than, I don't know, wherever the heck else he wants to place it. Like the rumors are that maybe he wants to put it in Clayton Heights, which is one of the most congested already areas in the entire city. So now what? Well, Living in Surrey my whole life, being born at Surrey Memorial Hospital and having both of my kids at Surrey Memorial Hospital, I can say a few things. First off, if staffed properly, there is likely no better hospital in Fraser Health than the Surrey Memorial Hospital. But second, the fact that Kevin Falcon or anyone else can think that Surrey, soon to be the biggest city in the province, doesn't need a second hospital and doesn't need it ASAP, well, that just falls into the line of thinking that has been the same with everything in the BC government that has ever been done, completely ignoring our city. For example, Port Moody, a city with a population of approximately 34,000 people and an annual growth rate of 0.33%, got access to SkyTrain in the last expansion. And Surrey, with now over 600,000 people, hasn't had SkyTrain expanded since the 1990s. So my thought is that no, I don't want a housing crisis. And no, I don't think the BC NDP are doing anything at all to help the housing crisis here in Surrey or, well, anywhere else in the province. But even more than I don't want expensive housing, I really cannot support a party that will not invest in my city and the healthcare that is so desperately needed right now. So let me know what you think down below in the comments and which crisis you think should get more attention. And after that, remember to subscribe to stay up to date on much more real estate related videos in the future. Thank you for clicking the like button, and we'll see you in a couple of days.